All right, Raven's about to come through right now.
Hi. Okay, so here's the deal. My dogs are in the kitchen and I just took their bone away from them, so I'm gonna have to give it to them. So give me 2 seconds.
You're all good.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
This is crazy, right? Everything all together. You're gonna hear some click clacking and then you're gonna hear silence.
How many dogs you got?
I have 2 dogs.
Oh, what are their names?
Vienna and Budapest.
Cute. So cute. I know I'm a dog and a cat lady, so like I'm very torn. But I'm also a Gemini, so I'm super torn about a lot of things.
Yeah, you are super torn, but it's okay. I love cats too. I want a cat. We'll see what happens.
Oh, that'd be cute. I love that. Well, Raven-Symoné, what's up? How are you?
Hey, I'm here. I just released a crazy piece of work that's really got me cheesing everywhere. So forgive me. I'm like happy today. I have like a big release off my shoulders.
Oh, yes. No, for sure. Talk about that, too, because I was listening to it last night. Well, not last night, but like this morning, I should say. I stay up late. And I work for a morning show in Chicago, so like my schedule is a little wacky. But I was listening, and a lot of what I kind of found was like you kind of telling your truth, right? I'm about living your truth, and that's what I found in it. And you made a couple references that I don't want to talk about, but how are you feeling about everything?
It's hard to really grasp it. It's so fresh and new. I feel like I level up a little bit. You know what I mean?
But that's the thing, like I think through progress and everything, and through like our transitions as people, we gotta level up. Am I right?
I agree. I definitely agree.
So what was the inspiration then behind everything? Because there's I believe a few parts then to the actual project itself, correct?
So the inspiration around everything it wasn't like I'm gonna come in here and, spill my guts. It was a journey to get there with the Black Castle, with Austin Brown and Brian London. Working with them really helped me come out of my shell. I just talked to my sister, Carlicia Levert.
Wow.
And she was like, my play sister, and she was like, your social anxiety is getting better, because she knows that I'm like, I don't really tell anything about myself. So yeah, they made me comfortable to just speak some truth, and it ended up in this, and I'm happy about it. I'm a little shy, but I'm happy about it.
No, I love it. I mean, it's okay. It's like tweak it. Okay. So like, I mean, my big thing about that too is like if you do suffer from like social anxiety, right, or if you do suffer from any kind of like just mentality of that sort, I do feel like sometimes it is harder for us to come out, right, and to like you said, I wasn't trying to spill my guts, but this maybe could have been semi uncomfortable, right? But I think for you, I think you did a really good job, so I want to say congrats.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's lethargic. It's releasing.
I like it. Releasing.
You know which word I'm trying to say. It's all that.
I feel like you've like
releasing right now.
Yes. Well, I'm so happy, and then that you're celebrating and we're having this moment. I think it's so amazing. What about like staying busy and everything too? Like a couple people were asking me on Twitter. They wanted me to ask you, I guess, like what you've been up to, I guess, during quarantine.
So at the beginning of quarantine, I started a list, 21 things for like 21 different behaviors. And I did not finish that list all the way through, but I did continue a few of the habits, which I really enjoy. Keeps me sane. So that's my own personal plus and fail. I have been Instagram stalking.
We all have been
following and Instagram stalking.
Yes.
Everybody. And then talking. I paint at night sometimes. Earlier, like last week, I painted a lot
nice.
On my Instagram live from like 10 p.m. to 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
I was just out here painting and getting ready for the release of the album, just kind of getting my nerves out and shaking it off with the people that ride or die with me here on Instagram. So that's really, it feels good. And cooking.
A lot of cooking?
A lot of cooking. My brother making, I call it like refrigerator meals, getting rid of stuff that's in there that's too old that I keep like, I'll get to that. I got to it. So, you know, pancakes and stuff for breakfast. But then after that, you take like the pancake mix and you mix vegetables in it. And then you turn it into something totally different so that you're constantly getting something new and flavorful.
Oh, that's dope. Okay, so staying busy, of course. And then what about like Raven's Home, right? It's streaming right now on Disney, but I kind of wanted to talk about that because I'm gonna be very honest with you, Raven. Like I grew up like watching you a lot. And for me, if I'm being completely honest, I feel like a lot of us related too. You were one of the first characters, truthfully, like that I remember watching on Disney and being able to relate to you. Now, when I mean by that too is that a lot of those episodes from like you know, like from I would say probably age like 13 or so, but I remember like a lot of episodes that would come up, right? And it was That's So Raven, but it was relatable because you talked about body image, you talked about race. Like I remember these episodes vividly, and I kind of want to know if you kind of still see that in yourself as far as like, because you're executive producing Raven's Home. So do you kind of like take a lot of these moments, I call them moments, right? And kind of implement them too into Raven's Home as well? Because I mean, obviously you were younger, you know, you played the teenager in high school, which we all related to when you had your like group of friends. You guys were always just wilding out here, but it was so funny. And I just want to know though too, if you take any of those important messages and kind of like bring them into Raven's Home.
We try our best to, as television grows and reaches more eyes in more countries, we are kind of limited to what we can talk about. But when it comes to, for instance, vaping, something that has been very detrimental in the young generation and older generation, we were able to talk about that because it's its own version of, I'm not even going to say that word right now because it's nowhere near, but you know, it's very bad and it's running rampant through our generation. So we did an episode on that. We do episodes on social media type things and things of that nature. But I feel like, you know, it's every day Raven was going through something.
Which we all do. So I get it.
You know what I mean? Like we all do. So I really feel like, you know, these kids are going through that same something in their own way.
Oh, absolutely. And you're right. And I think through time, it probably has changed, right, Sue? Like, obviously, I still think conversations around, you know, body image and race are still relevant absolutely today. But I feel like the vaping, the social media, like, you know, back in the day, like, we didn't have, like, no Instagram. This wasn't a thing.
This wasn't a thing. This is why, look, this gets me into trouble. Like, thank goodness this wasn't out here when I was younger. Whoo! It would have been dangerous.
It would have been something.
It would have been dangerous.
For sure. Speaking of that though, has the baby reached out to you since your Instagram live together? Because that would be cracking up. We're good?
No.
No, we're good.
No, he hasn't reached out. I reached out though. I hit him up. Oh, sorry, my alarm went off. Are we back on?
It's okay. Yeah, we're good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. So you reached out to the baby?
I did. I was like, thanks for the followers, bro. Appreciate it.
This man's heart is so broken right now, Raven, because you keep playing with him. That's amazing.
I'm just keeping it 100, yo. I love him. I think he's awesome. He's super cute.
You guys should like team up or something, because you know his music is good, but like I could see a little Raven on there.
He's a beast with it. He's definitely a beast with it. His videos make me so happy. I love what he's doing visually. I love him as an artist in that way, definitely. And his flow is stupid. It's stupid, yo. It just gets you there. It's just bopping. Ow, ow.
He came to perform at our sister station WGCI, and I was like, you know, I had my camera. They had me do some pictures, and I swear to God, like when he gets on stage, he starts like thrusting it. I'm just like, I'm pregnant. I gotta go.
Oh snap! I'm pregnant.
I was playing. No, but it was good though. He's great. He's so sweet. So that was a good one though. I love that you guys got together. And then too, before you know we kind of wrap up, I do have to ask. I'm a Cheetah Girls girl. Okay, I was the fifth one. You guys didn't know it, but I was there. And obviously we all know what's been going on, like you know the drums and everything. Not even the drama. I would say just the conversation that was had the other day, right? Between you and Keely. Yeah, so I don't want to get so much into it because obviously it's out there, but I do have to ask, do you ever think there could be any kind of reunion Cheetah Girls wise?
I don't think right now is the time to really say yes or no because not everyone has been spoken to. And you know, there's things that are deeper that I can never be as deep in with. How do I say? I'm trying not to tell her whole tea, okay? But let me say the whole tea as best as I can without telling somebody's whole tea.
Oh, that's my life.
Damn.
That's how I gotta
So
do
here's
it.
the situation. They've known each other forever. That's another kind of wound that I will never fully understand because I didn't grow up in 3LW. And there's only so much I can pry into that relationship. So just because my 2 movie and some soundtracks relationship with Keely is okay doesn't make that journey easier for them. Do you know what I mean? It's like that's going to be a journey for them that I feel is deeper than an Instagram post or anything of that nature. So I love all my Cheetah fans. I love you guys, but let's let that heal because, you know, we can still pry at it and they're always going to be mad at each other. Maybe one day they come to head. Let's let them settle in it. But yeah, I don't know right now.
Yeah, but I love that you're saying, you know, it's between them and, you know, they can have that conversation, of course, off the air. And when they do, and there is a reunion, I would like you to hit me up so I could join. I gotta join you guys. No, I'm just playing. No, but I think that's really great though that you know, at least you guys speak about it and hopefully fingers crossed everything can be resolved because I love all 4 of you and it would be so dope to see that. I'm just saying.
Look, I said even if it's not, if no offense, but even if it's not for y'all, if it's just for us.
You know what? No, I take it back. You're absolutely right. I'm about
no offense.
growing. That's a fact. Well, I love that. And Raven, before I let you go really quick, can you drop I guess like where we can listen to all the new music, any other projects coming up, spill more tea for us?
Just tea spilling. Oh.
I know, right?
Yes, check out my Instagram, Raven-Symone, and it's in my link in my bio, and that'll give you a whole tree, and you can choose which streaming service works for you. Still working on title. We'll figure that out, and any other ways. You can also just check out my tiles. I call them tiles, not my posts. I call them my tiles. So yeah, that's there. And new projects, you know, just keeping somebody else healthy by staying in the house.
Stay home, please. Like we got to get through this for real. I think the only way really is to stay our asses home, at least for now.
For people like me, who's like kind of very much an introvert, surprisingly, and loves painting and doesn't like to go out that much, I'm kind of happy right now. That's why
you're like I prepared my whole life for this right now. Amazing. Well, I appreciate you so much. This has really been like one of the cool experiences, you know, and I'm so glad you're very honest and open. And, you know, we can't wait though when this is all over and the quarantine is lifted. Come to Chicago. Come hang out with us.
Let's go.
We would love to see it. So thank you again, Raven.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you. Bye.
Bye.